Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're going back into 7.3.3. This is the team that I'm going to use. It's got Paradox Special, where you get a Paradox charge every time you throw a special. Entropic Extinction, where they have a 30%, you get a 30% debuff potency rate per Paradox. Quantum Power, where they have a increased power gain when you're under 3 Paradox charges. Do you bleed? So you only get bleed damage, and then aggressive. With the Entropic Extinction, you also have to intercept to remove charges. So you have to be aggressive to get those charges, throw specials, because you can manage how many charges you have pretty easily with the specials. I felt like this was a easier path. I'm going to go in with this on this Quake with Nick Fury. Obviously, Nick Fury is a great do you bleed counter. Obviously, I start off with missing a parry, and she gets a heavy, so she gets one of those charges. So I'm going to throw a special to make sure I don't get shocked. Not shocked, stunned. I am going to get shocked. But right now, because I have under 3 charges, she has increased power gain, which I don't mind. Typically I try to push Quake to special 2 just because it's easier to just get out of range versus having to fully dex. And also the special Paradox special, it's either champion. So whether you throw a special or the defender throws a special, you get charges. So you really do have to intercept in this fight. Otherwise, you're going to get too many charges built up. The bleed damage is really nice, but then again, you gotta do some intercepts. And I'm not playing well here, which it doesn't matter so much until I get the real Nick Fury going, which is going to happen here. So we got the real Nick Fury, we got that Fury up. You can see that connection issue. That was actually a little bit concerning to me. I'm like, oh, is this fight even going to count? I mean, maybe not that concerning because I could just restart. It's the first fight of the path. But there, I block another special, and I'm going to get detonated in just a second, but we end up finishing with a special too. So we have 7 charges. Got to be careful with that coming out into the next fight. And then you can see here the connection issue hits. I'm going to fast forward through a little bit of it. And yeah, so we get that fight down. Not super clean, but real Nick Fury's active. He's going to be a beast if I use him again. Next up, we have a green Goblin. Now for this, Nick Fury would work well, but I'm going to use Magneto. So the one nice thing with Magneto against metal champs, you can get a ton of bleeds, and pretty much one L3 will finish these guys off. So you just need to make sure I can get this guy to throw basically 3 specials or more. And he will be throwing several specials because he's got that increased power gain from the Entropic Extinction. The quantum power. He has less. I have less than 3 charges, so he's got increased power gain. But then once I get above 3 charges, which is 3 specials from him, I'm just going to try to make sure my prowess are built up, launch a special 3, and then just let the bleeds do their work. And I believe on this first one, I think it might take 2 special 3s because I didn't have enough paradox charges built up. So you're going to want to make sure, if at all possible, build those up. Maybe just build up a few more prowess on this one. Because I think I need to take 2 special 3s on this one. But the next metal champ that I use Magneto on, I don't. Or maybe it only takes 1. We'll see. We shall see. So I got 3 charges. I think I'm trying to get 4. Get him to throw 1. I keep on building up and refreshing my prowess. He's being pretty passive about throwing. There we go. Oh, I do get hit. I do get hit, and I think this actually, there, I get one more heavy charge, unstoppable prowess, 46%. I do have that poison on me, and then here comes the bleeds. So I got 5 of those charges, and is this enough? Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's not enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough. So we're basically going to do that all over again. Again, not super clean because I missed that dex on that special 2. Almost get hit by the special 1, and then I do get hit by it. So yeah, I was pretty concerned here. 9%. I'm like, am I going to get enough 0 damage parries to get back up to a special 3? I wasn't sure. Got a bunch of zeros there. We're at 7%. It's getting kind of sketchy. Just trying to build up some power regularly before I get to a special 3. Get a couple intercepts off as well, because I can't get to 9 charges. If I get to 9 charges, then I'm going to take big damage. And he's going to throw another special. And then I'm going to start to double up. I think I'm going to try to get another intercept. There we go, another intercept. And we're at 5 charges. Now we're gonna double them up, parry, double them up. And I think I get 1 more off to double. Let's see, we got 36, 37. Some of those fall off. We double, 38, 39. I think 1 more parry is gonna do it at 3%. And this should kill him off. Basically, the bleeds are going to apply, and then I'm going to run away to the other side of the screen and let those bleeds do their work. I got little to no health left. Yeah, stay away, and dead. So, not the prettiest. Definitely can be done cleaner. But yeah, basically 2 L3s does the work. We're going to go up next to next fight. Wow, which is Cap Infinity War. So on this one, I believe I'm going with Killmonger. So I'm going to do another similar strategy here where... Oh, no, I use Blade. Okay, so Killmonger could work, but because he's got the kinetic shields, kind of minimizes some of the crits that you can get. Blade will work really well because you can get bleeds on every parry, and then just get your paradox charges, and your bleeds will really do a lot of work. You know, I haven't used Blade in a long time, but I did use him for a couple pass in 7.3. Brought him out. I didn't use him with like danger sense or anything like that, just for his bleed mechanic, which is still very, very, very good. And the fact that he has that heal is really, really nice. And you don't have to throw very many specials to get good bleed damage off, which is nice. We're going to bait a special here, and then we're going to get a couple intercepts, make sure we don't get close to 9 charges. And there we go. Got a couple bleeds off. Those are doing 877 a tick. That's pretty nice. And because the AI on this one is pretty aggressive, you can do a lot of those 1 dash back intercepts and get some nice bleed damage off. Get those charges managed to where you don't get too crazy and take the big damage if you hit 9. L3 would also do a lot of good bleed damage, plus you get the stun coming out, or most likely getting the stun. And yeah, Blade's gonna work this guy down. Always got that safety net to just hold block, eat up your power bar, and heal up. And just look at that AI. You can just totally do those quick dashback intercepts, which is kind of fun. And yeah, here we're going to get an L3 off. It's not doing any damage, but we're going to get some big bleeds off of it. We got 1600 per tick, which is pretty nice, and it's pretty long. Those are 3 bleeds on there, and get those parries going. So you got a lot of access to bleed. You got a lot of access to power gain as well. We're trying to bait a special too, so that we can do a couple more dash backs. But he's just gonna keep dashing at me. We're just gonna keep parry bleeding him. 842 per tick right now with those 6 paradox charges. And I'm trying to think, does he throw a special, or do I just end up parry bleeding him to death? I can't remember. I think I might just parry bleed him to death. No, there he goes. Throws a special. Unfortunately, I blocked that. Took a lot of damage. I think I end up parry bleeding him to death and trying to heal back up as much as possible. Take off a charge. I'm at 6. And I think that's about it. One more. No, there we go. So Blade does the trick. I'm going to move on to the next fight, which is DocOc. And I think I use... Do I use Magneto on this one? Or do I use Killmonger? Killmonger. So Killmonger is nice because you can get your bleeds on your crits and get some good damage that way. You know, you're going to have to build up those paradox charges at the beginning, so he's going to get a lot of power gain until you throw those first 3 specials. And then I'm going to be throwing a special 3 towards middle amount of the fight with a whole bunch of the bleeds on, and that's just going to kill him, which is pretty cool. So you got to make sure you got, you know, 15 or more and get up to 50 bleeds, throw off the L3, and get a whole bunch of damage. You know, up until that point, the damage isn't like great, but Killmonger definitely works. He's got those indestructible charges from the L2, which is really nice, where you take 0 damage. And yeah, we're just going to keep smacking away, trying to get as many crits as we can to apply some bleeds. And the damage is really going to come out when he gets that special 3. And again, manage those paradox charges. Again, the AI is really aggressive, so you can parry, kind of wait, hit him a couple times, and then get the dash back, intercept. I do have max limber, so those parry stuns are actually pretty long. So I try to stall and hit him once or twice before the stun ends so that I can dash back and then get the intercept instead of doing like a full combo into him. So far so good. Now we got 18 bleeds on him, and I'm trying to remember how many bleeds I end up putting on him. I think I'm going to go like one more. I think I get up to like 40. And yeah, so now we got a couple intercepts. We're at 7 charges. Wait, hit him, dash back, intercept. Just got to make sure you don't get to 9. If you get to 9, you're gonna take a bunch of damage, and I don't think I think I play this one pretty well, and maybe I get up to 30 and then I just end up killing him. I'm trying to think if I end up getting hit on this one and throwing off my special 3 just to kill him, and ends up taking a bunch of damage. Trying to bait a special. He's not having it. There we go. Get a combo, try an intercept. He's not having it. We're going to try one more time. Not having it. Throwing another special. Alright, we need a few intercepts for sure. There we go. There we go. Ideally, I think you probably want to throw your special 3 with, you know, 6 charges. Just make sure you don't get too many. Don't want to do it with 8 or 7, because if you throw and he doesn't kill him and he gets to another special, you'll take some damage. At least with 6, you'll go to 7, and if he throws one special, he'll go to 8, and then you can try to land an intercept. So I think I get him to like 40. I think I wait for him to throw this, and I get one special or one intercept off to drop him, and then I hit him with a special 3. 2 intercepts. Am I gonna go for it? Thinking about it? No, not yet. Yeah, there I do end up getting hit. Probably could have built up a couple more special 2s as well. Maybe I go for the full 50. Definitely, I definitely didn't need the full 50 because the bleed potency on these with the paradox charges are really amped up. Okay, here we go. So now I'm at 8. If I throw a special 3, I'll die coming out. There we got 6, and I think I throw it. There we go. Now check this out. He's at 47% health, and then just boom, he's going to be melted just like instantly. So this Killmonger is pretty fun. Look at that bleed damage, 20,000 per tick. See ya. So yeah, we take down DocOc with Killmonger. Took a little bit of hits at the end. And another great champ, and then it's original for this fight, is Blade. So, Overseer, he gets that stun immunity shield after his specials. If you hit twice into it, you get auto blocked. So on this one, I already have 6 charges built up, and so I am going to be parrying a ton and getting a lot of damage off that way. Now you can counter his auto block, stun shield. You can still parry him and get those bleeds. You can see I'm getting a bunch of reparries off. And yeah, we're going to try to do that a lot. And you know, if he's going to go passive like that, we're just going to heal up. And we're just going to bleed this guy down nice and steady. This is a very reliable, safe way to do it. You could go in with Nick Fury. Now, after he does throw a special, you can do a 1-hit and dash back, and you'll get auto blocks if you get multiple hits in, but you can do multiples of just dash back 1 hit, dash back 1 hit, and that will allow you to manage the charges. It looks like you also get a debuff on you. I'm not sure which debuff that is. Let me look back real quick. Yeah, it's a special concussion. I'm not really certain what that does. But I know one thing that it does, it gives you willpower healing, which is really nice. I'm going to look it up really quick. I'm guessing the damage that you do on your specials is minimized. I'm not sure if it's going to concuss me from actually getting the bleeds. But so you can see here, I'm just getting a bunch of parries off, getting willpower healing. And I'm waiting for this guy to throw his special too, and then I'll have to make sure I counter that with a intercept to make sure that I lower the charges, because right now he's at 8 and we don't get the intercept. Try to go for another one, we get it, go down 7, 6. All right, so pretty much as long as I'm at like 6, I'm very comfortable with like where I'm at. And I'm down to 5, and we're just gonna try to parry, dodge his heavies. We're in this corner now, but you know, we're getting willpower healing. I have power to hold my block and get some healing back. Now we're down to 4 charges. We need to get some more paradox charges, and I'm looking at the Overseer description. So after you launch a special attack, you get an indefinite special concussion debuff, reducing ability accuracy by 10%. So yeah, you know, Blade's ability to apply like the stuns and the bleeds will get reduced. It says reducing a combo of 3 or more to a lower amount removes 1 stack of special concussion. I don't really understand what that means. If anybody knows, I'd be interested in getting the details on that. Comment. But yeah, so now we're at 6. He's got that stun shield up. That's all right. Get an intercept. We're at 5. And we're just going to parry. I think we just parry this guy and bleed him out for the rest of this. He's got not enough power to get to a special. No, I end up throwing a special 3. Which is going to give me another concussion. Which is going to give me you know, less chance to get bleeds and stuns and all that kind of stuff off of the special attack, but that's alright. So here he goes. He's regenning in his final phase. But he's almost down. 7. And there we go. We parry bleed. We got max deep wounds doing some work. So I thought Blade, excellent option for that fight. If you use a champ that activates specials, activates bleeds on specials, I think that could be problematic with the ability accuracy reduction. And then next up, we're going to go into this Mysterio fight. Now, I was going to use Magneto, but, you know, if you saw my earlier fight, I was going to use him, but I got whacked, and I could have healed him up, and it would have made this fight pretty simple. But again, I think this just shows how good Blade can be with Do You Bleed. I know one of my alliance mates in my BG PT 1984, he uses Blade a lot, still in AQ. He's very reliable. He may not be the fastest champ. He may not be like the biggest damaging champ. But man, he can last a long time. If you got a good parry game on, Blade can do really, really, really well. I am going to throw a few specials here and there, you know, because I'm getting cornered. And, but yeah, we're already taking down quite a bit of his health, 80% in 10 hits, less than 10 hits, which is nice. Got a bunch of parries in there. And then once we get him down to where we're like in assassin's range, and we got, you know, the deep wounds kicking in, he's going to do some really, really solid damage. And we're just going to try to push this guy to his special 2. We aren't trying to get hit in the face like that. That was unfortunate. But again, if you slip up, you know, Blade, he can dig his way out. And yeah, we're going to just parry bleed this guy to death. We're going to try to heal back up. I will try to get an intercept here in a minute. I'm going to try to get healed up first. And, you know, each parry, 687 per bleed. I think we're going to try to get out of this corner here. Tried for an intercept, wasn't going for it. We're going to try again. There we go. We didn't push him to special 1, which is nice yet. So we're just going to keep parrying and bleeding and healing, holding that block. And I think we'll get out of this corner and push him to special 2. You know, try to avoid him throwing his special 1s just so that you don't have to deal with the potential reflection damage. There he was pretty nice. He didn't throw the special 1, throws the special 2. We're at 7 charges again, and then we're just going back to parrying, healing, getting willpower heal from that power drain. And we got 7 charges, 6 charges after that intercept. Just got to make sure. I always try to keep around 5 to 6. Once I get to 7, I'm like, all right, we got to land an intercept, manage those paradox charges, because that damage once you get to 9 is pretty nasty. But yeah, Blade's gonna work this out. So he ended up doing 3 of the 6 fights, and I think I end with, you know, around 70% health, which is right where you want him to be. Or do I take some damage right at the end? I can't remember. But yeah, Blade works well. He's still good, especially if you have deep wounds. He's gonna work even better because those bleeds are gonna last and do a good chunk of damage. So we're almost gone. We are at 8 charges. I would have to get an intercept in there. We're getting max bleed damage, but we're at the boss. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And now I'm gonna switch out. Who am I going to switch out? I can't remember who I switch out, but I'm going to get White Magneto on the team, I think. For the passive stuns, I think that's who I put in here. And we got the SpiderHam boss again, who I originally soloed with Nick Fury. No, we're going to put in Guardian for some extra block proficiency. And I'm going to go with Moleman. Now, I should have been able to solo this with Moleman, but I played not so great. And I think he ends up going quite stingy on some of the specials. But Moleman's great because he's got that true accuracy where I don't have to worry about SpiderHam evading. Trying to get into frenzy, but you know, getting in frenzy with the heavies is not the most ideal, simply because you're going to lose that true accuracy. Better to activate that with him hitting into your block and keeping the true accuracy up. We're trying to bait a special. I'm like, dude, get away from me. And he's got that shifting immunity where he is going to be bleed and poison immune in there. Oh, I made a mistake. I threw a special with a porker pop or a active, and that did some big damage. I don't have the true strike up, so I'm only trying to hit while under the stun so that he does not evade. Kind of getting cornered. Miss a parry there. The Guardian Synergy is definitely helping with some of the block damage and whatnot. Now we got true accuracy up, which I probably should have just stayed in there and not really worried about trying to get to frenzy. And I think we're going to try to get this guy to bait a special, but he's going to be super stingy. Don't like him throwing his special too, because I don't know how to fully evade that. And he can go unblockable with that. There we do push him to the special too, and now we're going to block it, I think, here in the corner. I don't know that I have enough health left. I think maybe I come out of this with just a little bit of health. He's not throwing anything. I think I might just get cornered here and die. It's like, throw your special. Nope, he's not throwing it. So I just go for it. I'm just going to get the damage that I can. I was sick and tired of standing in that corner waiting. I got a few other champs that I can throw at this guy. So I use Moleman, and then I think I finish off with Nick Fury. There, we die. SpiderHam wins because he's being a little turd. Didn't want to throw his specials. I think I do finish off with Nick Fury, I believe. Yeah, Nick Fury's great for this. I do have him, the LMD already gone. I do have 8 of those paradox charges, so if I do get a bleed on, the damage is going to be really nice. Gonna knock down to remove those debuffs. You know, I can get the debuffs on me. They're gonna willpower heal me, but I'm always gonna stick around that 30% because I'm always gonna start degenning once I get above the 30%. And yeah, so once that bleed immunity comes off, it's the bleeds are nice. Trying to see if I can't get a deep wound bleed on. I don't think I will be able to. The immunity isn't that long. Maybe if you got it got a heavy or something right when it came up, and then got another one. But I think the bleed immunity, it will remove the deep wound, the passive bleed. So here we go, going at it. We got 16 tactical charges, so I am fully unblockable, which is really nice. Not the nicest if he's not going to be throwing specials. Get a heavy knockdown, push him back. I want him to throw a special, but he's just being very passive. I'm pretty sure I remember finishing him off with Fury. There he goes. Now we throw again. I think we're going to get some really nice bleeds here. There's a light ender bleed. Intercept, another light ender bleed. He's kind of ticking down. Come on. Could have thrown a special. I think I end up throwing a special 3 at the very end to kill him off. It's nice to be above the 5 tactical charges to where he can't evade me. And yeah, so I think on this next round, I think he doesn't end up throwing a special, or I just go for it right here, hoping that the special 3, yeah, the special 3, this does kill him off. So being really stingy with the specials. I don't know if it's just the way I was interacting with his AI, but yeah, that's all we got for the path. Hopefully this gives you a couple ideas of how to take down that Do You Bleed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.